I couldn't believe it. So, Wallaby supporters, what did I play? So again, my bad habit of insulting people keep coming up and up again. It's a defence mechanism, okay? When I'm in awkward situations, I get anxious and then I insult people. So it will probably happen tonight, later on. One of the other ones, and for whatever reason, there's this, I could walk into a room and I would insult 25 to 50% of the people in that room. And you've got to say, well, you wouldn't get invited back to things. Oh, yes, I did. The other 50% used to invite me back because they enjoyed it. It was entertainment. The trouble is, it's no good for my business. So one of the other people that I used to insult quite regularly was accountants. Sorry, Findex, and I already insulted Dean as I came in. Mate, I'll apologise for that later. What else? Lawyers. You know, the old joke, what's 200 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? Bloody good start. That's right. You know? And I can't help not tell that joke. Any of the lawyers in the room. Oh, bankers. Just mention the Royal Commission. Right? They just scatter. I didn't say anything about Christians. I haven't even been drinking. 4 free tickets tonight instead of 2. Should be all right. Okay. So we've got accountants, we've got lawyers, we've got bankers, and tradies. You know, they don't clean up after themselves. That's not true. Come on. So I started creating this off list because at that particular point in time, I'm thinking, you know what, I've got to stop doing this. So I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Oh. Is there anybody else in the group that you think is pretty easy to pick on? Oh, politicians. How easy is that, eh? Especially lately. Council workers, come on. Oh, yeah. Put those down as well. Okay, so why bother networking? Well, it is the most powerful way to market yourself, and you can actually measure it. I know where every referral comes from me. Okay, I know exactly what event it was, what sort of money I've made out of that particular relationship, everything. It's amazing. Increases your sales revenues. During the GFC, my largest client, because I was beginning to be a very lazy recruiter in those days, 80% of my business was GMAC. Okay? So what did they do during the GFC? They pulled out of Australia. 82 years they've been here. They've been paying my mortgage for 10 goddamn years. So, when it happened, I freaked. And it taught me one important thing. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Okay? However, in saying that, the relationships that I built with a lot of those managers at GMAC got me into other places. 4,000 recruiters lost their job that year, 2008. Several hundred recruitment companies went out of business because of those relationships I'd formed through networking, building those strong relationships with great customers and getting referrals from people like GMAC. I not only survived the GFC, I thrived in it, and I made over $1 million. Now the other thing was I put on staff, I got to 7, didn't work out, bugger going back to 4, got rid of the whole lot of them. So there's more ROI than cold calling and advertising. Does anybody still cold call? I do it for a challenge occasionally. I don't recommend it. You get work through, you can get plenty of nice people through networking. Personal and professional development. So every networking event I've ever been to, I learned something from someone. Look how many things we learned from Tim tonight, just purely from showing up. And 80% of success in networking is just showing up and being yourself. You don't have to be extrovert. Introverts make the best networkers. Do we know why? They listen. They are fantastic listeners. They are such great people to deal with. And you know what? Accountants were on my off list. They're on my on list. Accountants are my best clients. Honestly, they are just such fantastic people. Get that for next year.
And the other thing is that you soon become a connector
for other businesses. So somebody in Bathurst coined me the Lego man, and I'm going, oh, is that being insulting? Like, I wasn't sure what they were talking about. And I said, no, Steve, I'm not insulting you. You match businesses together. You match business people so that they can work together. I thought, oh yeah, I do that. I enjoy doing that. And the reason for that is if I can't help one of my clients and they need a tradie and they want an electrician, then I'll refer them to an electrician I know. If one of my clients needs an accountant, I will refer them to at least 3 accountants I know, because a lot of the accountants refer to them. So, but it works really well. Okay. So, beating the business cycle. When you network, doesn't matter what sort of business you're in, you can be in retail, network. Okay? You start building those relationships up and it gives you a buffer. So when you've got the ups and downs that Tim was showing us, for different reasons I guess, then you've got that in between. And that's what saved me to the GFC. So networking should be one of your main channels for getting yourself out there and getting into business. Now, you get to meet some amazing people. And I know you'll recognise some of the people there. Now, I've got to say, I haven't met this guy here yet, because he ended up becoming president. So, but I will get there one day and have a chat with him. But everybody else, this guy here, John Maxwell, man, he's 70 years old, gives the most fantastic keynote presentations about leadership. Follow the guy. He's just absolutely amazing. Paul Toole, absolutely fantastic. I need a favour of him. So let him know that I gave him a good rap tonight, will you? Okay. So John Simons, always rugby players. Like John, he was amazing. Really is. Oh, Kevin Rudd, can't answer a straight question, but it was okay. So it was good. You just don't know who you're going to meet. Does anybody know who that is? This is the first time I was at a loss of words to say anything. At the time, second most powerful person in the world, according to the Americans. Just an incredible guy, great speaker, just absolutely amazing. So it was one of the highlights of my networking career, I've got to say. Now, they were $1,500 a ticket, which I would have gladly paid for. One of my clients took me to this function. That's what networking does, builds up strong relationships. Now, we live in regional areas, and I love living in Bathurst. I love the Central West, okay? Because we can network anywhere. It doesn't have to be business events. It can be sporting events, it can be school events, it can be pretty much anything you like. And we've got our business awards here. We've got our Biz Week, which is now Biz Month, because Dubbo was doing something else and we had to beat Dubbo. So it's Biz Month. Stars of Bathurst, where these young people taught me how to dance. Nobody thought that was going to be possible, but they did. It was great. And then, of course, Rotary. So I'm a Rotarian as well. Brilliant organisation for networking and helping the local community. And the ripple effect. Okay, there's your networking event. You meet somebody there, they refer you to one person, they refer you to somebody else, and it just keeps coming back and back and back and back and back. I'm amazed at how many times I get referrals from people and go, oh, how did you hear about me? And they go, oh, such and such said about you. And I'm going, oh, I know such and such. And then I end up running into such and such, and they go, oh, yeah, such and such said. And it keeps on going and going and going. And then I can pin it down at the event where I actually met somebody named Fred who told all these people about how good I was. Unbelievable. So you just don't know where these things are going to lead to. Now, from a strategic perspective, I should be going, you know what, my top ideal customers are at this particular networking function, so I should go there. But I've found that if I've got the time, I go to all sorts of functions. They could be community ones. They could be just about anything you can think of. And it is amazing the type of people you meet who are ideal clients that you can do business with. Because after all, we're in a regional area. We all know each other. That's my latest one. So, heart attack, coming down, I lost 10 kilos in the last 6 months, man. Like I had a new suit. I noticed Matt's got the same suit, but anyway. Amazing. And the park run has been one of the best networking events for me. Not only am I keeping healthy, taking my family with me. By the way, my wife is one of the biggest introverts. I'm on this side of the scale, and she's on this side of the scale. And yet, she's one of the best networkers I've ever come across. And her profile in Bathurst is outweighing mine now. which is kind of annoying. But anyway, she's done a fantastic job, and of course our young son Ethan. Now, I also wanted to mention that it's our 21st wedding anniversary. Unfortunately, she couldn't come tonight because she had to do something with Ethan. But I am so happy I've met this woman, because she is one of the people that have kept me on the straight and narrow in relation to me behaving myself and not going around insulting accountants, lawyers, and all that. She really keeps an eye on me. So, off list. What do you think the off list is all about? Opportunity? Close. It is an opportunity. Anybody else got any ideas? Prejudices? It was to begin with. Got changed. But thank you. No, that's good. I like that.
Other friends first?
Other friends first. I'm keeping that. That's really good. So, off is actually offend list. Do not offend anyone intentionally. And I do my absolute best not to do that. However, I was at a networking function last week, and there was 3 people from Orange and 1 from Lithgow. Lithgow's having a bit of a tough time. So I said, love to meet people from Lithgow. I don't know about Orange, because we have a bit of a problem with Orange people, and vice versa. So I managed to upset 3 people from Orange, but that's okay. I'll get over it. The other thing is with networking, just give it a go. Like I said, 80% of successful networking is just showing up and being yourself. Put yourself out of your comfort zone. So when you go and do the casino night tonight, I want you to really go out there and talk to somebody you don't know, okay? Because you're now going to have practice. So I'd like you to all stand up, go and find someone you don't know, ask them what their passion is in life and what their first job is, and you've got exactly 2 minutes. So come on, let's go! Find somebody you don't know. Especially like in I'm watching. Take your seats, please. You're just about to wrap up.